Hello everyone. So video about riding a bicycle in my location in China. I'll try to give you an idea of where I am located. I'm based on the very fringes of northwest Beijing. To be precise, it's probably northwest. I'm just going to zoom to show you where I am. So I'm in Changping district, and this is essentially the end of the urban sprawl of Beijing and the start of the countryside. What splits this section of Beijing to the countryside is this park here, which is 2 kilometers long. An amazing park, has a river runs through it. It's got some squares, people come here dancing, and various activities go on here. I'll just show you a map of the park. That's from top to bottom is 2.5 kilometers, and we are just, I think, there, or probably there, an entranceway into the park. That's the route into Changping past Walmart. That's another route into Changping. Changping is a very large district of Beijing. It's a district of universities and technical and technology and technology development, and where all the AI is developed and computing. So it's a techno hub, a techno centre around Beijing. And the universities, you've got the University of Political and International Political Law, you've got the University of Petroleum, you've got the University of a subject we can't talk about, and Beijing University has a campus here, and other universities. That direction towards the mountains is the Ming Tombs. There are 12 Ming Tombs in that area. There'll be a bike ride on the Brompton to there. Today I'm on the Flying Pigeon. Needs a new saddle. The saddle's good for about 7 kilometers, and then it's ready to go. So I shall get a saddle on order, or pick one up from the local guy who repairs bikes on the street. So logistically, this is where I am, northwest Beijing, on the crux of urban sprawl meets countryside. If you go that way through the centre of Beijing and out the other side, I guess there's 160 kilometers of built up area. I think that's the size of what Beijing is. So I'm going to carry on out of town a bit, have a bit of a pootle around, may bring you back to talk a bit more, and I will try to video my ride back into Changping. It's handheld, so I don't know. I should really use the GoPro in the chest mount. I've got that with me. I've not set it up yet. So we've got mountains. Again, the mountains and the hills define the extent of this side of Beijing, because obviously it can't go any further. We do have a ski slope out of town in that direction. I've not been yet, but there's a ski slope there. And then you've got this natural ribbon of riverside, floodland, wet plain and park, which defines this sort of northwestern north-northwest boundary of Beijing. So I'll bring you back soon. Right, bear with me. I'm going to try to take you on a tour through one of the villages close by. You can see me now. So just bear with me while it gets a bit shaky whilst we set off. We'll have a little gentle ride. I don't know the name of the village. As you've seen, bicycles, mopeds, they're sitting outside. It's part of Chinese life. Just cut through here. Hope we can get wiped out. No. Guys here, sat having a minute outside. Public share bike. They're all over the place. Thousands of them. In fact, I'd say that there must be a million of them in and around Beijing. Little alleyways into houses, properties. So careful. You can't hear these electric things whizzing around, and everybody uses them. That's a little village street. I'll turn right. Can't hear anything, the car went by. No, all clear. Take you down the next street. Lady here doing her daily chores. These are houses. We do a mix of housing and businesses here. Village life in China is difficult for many people, but they all have a home, and I say that many times in videos. There's nobody living in tents, in shop doorways and on park benches. So make of that what you will as to how poor, because people talk about China being poor. The reality is, there's nobody homeless, and they can all have a dinner without asking for one. You do get the odd person asking when out and about. When I say odd, out of what I've been knocking about in China for the best part of, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, and I think I've seen 3 people asking for money, and all 3 were severely disabled, and that is another point in question with regards. I can't say too much because I don't want to go down any political avenues as such. I'm going to stop because we have an OFO bike. So I'm going to end this bit of a video here and take a picture of that. Don't forget, look on the Facebook for the OFO bike group, and these are a point in cycling history worth remembering. So this is the underground station, the subway station for the village we've just been in, Bishowa. Let me show you this. Bike parking. Bikes and electric bikes and electric scooters or mopeds or whatever you want to call them. This is on the Changping subway line. We do have our own subway line here, and that takes us into Beijing and out of Changping a little bit further the way I've been heading. But look at this for bike parking. Very full, very safe. Just basic D-locks, basic cable locks, and I suspect the electric mopeds won't have a lock on at all because obviously they have an ignition, they have a key to switch them on and off. Where else in the world can you live where you know you can ride two wheels to the subway station, go into town, go to work, come home in the knowledge that your two wheels will still be there for your onward point of travel? So I would think some of these guys will have a bike at each end, one here and one down in town, downtown. Right, onward and upward for me. There's a couple of ladies at the end here selling strawberries. See you soon. So this is one of our other Changping stations. This one is actually called Changping something or other, I can't remember what. Again, cycles parked, public share bicycles. We'll just have a little ride down the road here. By the way, the subway is totally accessible and is safe, clean. This guy's ferrying the share bikes backwards and forth as people use them for single journeys, and they get taken back to base. Again, you park your bicycle in full knowledge that it's going to be there when you get back to it at the end of the day. This is my local little shopping area, Cafe 42, European style cafe. Haircut. Another haircut. Seems to be a lot of haircuts and beauty parlours and spas. See a few of these around, along with Ferraris, Maseratis and Lamborghinis. I've seen one McLaren, I think. So this is the urban sprawl of Beijing as it begins. And this is pretty much where I live. We'll avoid the lady in the BMW. She'll decide whether she's going to take priority over pedestrians or anything else. We'll keep going. Yes, kept going. So like I say, this is pretty much home base for me here in Changping. This is our local parades of shops and then it becomes, the further along here we go, the more metropolis it becomes. When I stopped to photograph the OFO bike in the village, somebody came up to speak with me. It's essential to have a communication app on your mobile. I've got the iPhone version, which is brilliant. If you're here with Google services, any Google services, you need a VI pin to operate them, because Google's outlawed in China. But Android phones that carry Google are easier to operate through a VPN and better to operate. iPhone is fully acceptable, and I use AMAP in China, which you can use AMAP and have an English version. The mapping on iPhone works superbly well. Bear in mind, I've got a Chinese SIM card. But when it comes to using a VPN, I've got various VPNs. When it comes to using a VPN with iPhone, that can be troublesome. Hence why it takes me so long to upload videos, because this phone is better for videos, for making them. It's just getting a connection to get them online. So that's why you get 4 or 5 videos in the space of uploaded. You only see them every few days, but I can upload 4 or 5 videos sometimes in a day, and then date them to be released with a few days between them. I've been trying to upload a video now here since I got back off the road trip, and total failure as of yet. So I don't know when you'll see this, and I can't tell you what date it is. It's around the 20, it's probably the end of the month actually. It's probably like 28th, something like that. Catch you again later, hopefully on the Brompton, and hopefully more in town.